She's just rolling onto the runway now in the hands of Captain Martin Withers, the man who flew that other Vulcan on the far side of the airfield down to the Falkland Islands and bombed the runway there. Martin Withers, DFC, is the man in charge flying this Vulcan today. Alongside him is Kev Rumens, his co-captain, and sitting in the back he's got two AEOs today. They normally have just one. Barry Macefield is the full-time AEO. We've got a new one who's training at the moment, Martin Andrews, who many people who live here at Waddington will know because he's actually stationed here at the moment. So, wait for the sound from the Rolls-Royce Olympuses, and then she'll be off into the air and heading down to the south coast. She's still waiting for her takeoff clearance. She's hoping that when she gets down to Goodwood, there'll be all sorts of people present there who may be prepared to offer her some kind of sponsorship, because this is an aircraft that the business plan always included the idea of a major title sponsorship. She has lots of very good sponsors, but no one single title sponsor, which would be the one thing that would allow this aircraft to continue on a proper business plan, rather than having to rely on the contributions from yourself and myself entirely throughout the year. So Goodwood is the kind of place where you might just impress somebody who would be prepared to do that. So it's a very good thing for them to do. Well, we were talking earlier on Links FM, or on the Airshow FM rather, about the shape of this airplane. Actually sits at the end of the runway there, and you're looking at her sort of sideways on. You get an idea of how very slim she is, how beautifully shaped she is. Oh. And when children see this aircraft for the first time, children who've never seen such an aircraft before, they have been heard to say, is this a new stealth aeroplane? And that's fascinating stuff, because it turns out that Vulcan is very stealthy, despite the fact that she first flew in 1952, way before stealth was even thought about. And she has a very low radar signature. And it's partly because she's so slim, and you can see the shape of her means that when she's heading directly towards you, she doesn't present a large cross-section. But it's also to do with the fact that she's got a lot of curves in her. There are very few straight lines and no vertical lines, and that's very important. So Roy Chadwick, when he designed this aeroplane in 1946, he did something absolutely amazing. Possibly by accident, but who knows? Because those are all the kind of things that make the B-2 bomber, for instance, so stealthy. Now, I'm not suggesting she's as stealthy as the B-2, but she is certainly more stealthy than you would expect from an aircraft of that era. And when you look at her, and by the way, when she comes back up, she's coming back to display at 2 o'clock. When she lands, by about 3:30, you will be able to go and do a tour around under the aircraft, not actually inside her, that's too difficult, but you'll be able to go and walk around her and have it taken and all those things. She will be parked back where she started from, by the Vulcan village, off to the left-hand end of the display. Measure of how extraordinary. She is, of course, a predecessor of Concorde. And if you take a diagram of Vulcan and extend the length of the diagram by 1.75, you get recognizable. See, she can tiptoe up on you when she wants to. And if that doesn't shiver your timbers, I don't know what will. doors opening, and that is that bomb bay that carries those 10 tons of bombs. If you were able to see into that bomb bay closely, you'd see the names of a lot of people who've given to the Vulcan to the Sky Trust and have got their names on plaques inside the bomb bay. You will be able to do that. Go and see the aircraft after she's landed from 3:30 onwards, and you'll be able to do tours around underneath and see the inside of that bomb bay and the names of the people. We'll see the bomb bay closing as she comes past for the completion of this circular 360 degrees. Stand by for the noise in just a moment. By the way, you'll see the air brakes come out when the throttles are opened up. You may wonder why this is so. Well, it's because Martin is taking her into a spiral climb, and if he didn't have the air brakes out, she'd be up to 10,000 feet before we knew it, and we want to keep her a bit closer than that. So air brakes out, throttles open, and she'll be doing 2 turns of a steep spiral climb. And all sorts of other things. If you can't get that far, there's a Vulcan to the Sky stand behind the tower, so you've got 2 choices, but the aircraft will be down at the left-hand end.